I was surprised that no one, or even the film itself, that nothing was for the last duel. So I know it didn't do very well, but it seems like a very Oscar type film.
I think they were positioning House of Gucci more as the Oscar frontrunner, which is strange because it's a much worse film than Last Duel.
At least I think Jodie Comer, Adam Driver.
Yeah, I wanted Jodie Comer. I don't know if she would have been up for supporting or for main actress. But I think either way, I think I would have put Jodie Comer into either of those categories.
Yeah, I was very surprised. I'll have to watch some of the films that are nominated. I'll have to go back and look again.
We'll do our prediction show in like the next couple of weeks. So I've got a couple to catch up on, like Being the Ricardos and
that's on Prime, innit?
Coda and a few of the foreign films as well. I've not seen. It's just we can't get them. It's so hard to find them in the UK.
Stop making these Oscar films so hard to get.
Limited, yeah. Come on, I want to watch them. Right. Hey guys, welcome back to another Keeping It Real review. Once again, it's just me and Rhys to talk about Jackass Forever. So we watched Jackass Forever immediately after we watched Moonfall, and I think we'll both agree that we needed that sort of unfiltered joy, that cathartic release of Jackass after slugging it through 2 hours and 10 minutes of Moonfall. It's been 11 years since Jackass 3D. So we've got a lot of the old crew back, some new faces, all putting themselves through hell for our enjoyment. And I think because the other movies released when I was a kid, I was unaware of how special these movies are to me. And I think we've always taken them for granted. And now seeing them after 10 years, it's like, I've missed Jackass. And it's not just seeing people, hurt themselves and all endure all this pain. But it is their bond as a group, isn't it?
Yeah, it's their personalities. Because just watching them do horrible things to each other sometimes, and just being able to laugh about it,
because there's that level of trust that they've, got between all of them.
Yeah,
but it's like, we're gonna hurt each other, but it's all in the name of fun. It's all to get good footage and make a good movie. I think if you went into those stunts and pranks not level-headed and trusting of this group, I think there'd be such a different energy to it, and it wouldn't be fun and light. What Jackass needs to be.
I mean, they really took it to those newbies as well, didn't they? They didn't go easy on those new people.
Yeah. Well, we've got our first female Jackass, and
it was gutted we didn't see more of it because, she took everything that happened to her. She took it like a champ, and when she
licked that taser,
she let that scorpion stinger. I was she's tough. She's made a bad shit. But then she wasn't really in it that much doing stuff.
I think it's hard when you've got such a big group like that to give everyone their fair dues. I could have seen more of everyone.
Yeah, I imagine at some point they'll probably release a Forever 0.5.
Oh yeah, they always do a 0.5. I'm sure it'll come out at some point this year. And I wouldn't be surprised if this is the last, if this isn't the last Jackass.
Well, no, I think the fact that they're bringing new people in,
exactly, it can, and it's called Jackass Forever. Come on.
I mean, some of the older guys. I mean, Dave England looks like shit. When I saw him in the opening credits bit, my God, he looked terrible. He had his eye was closed up one bit, his fucking mouth was all his teeth were all over the place. I was like, what's he done to himself?
Taking a fucking beating for 20 years.
Yeah, and then Danger Air, and he's got half his teeth missing because he ties into various things. But you got Steve-O, looks great.
Well, I think Steve-O's the healthiest he's ever been.
Yeah.
Which it's strange, isn't it? Considering what he's putting himself through, he looks incredible. It's so nice to see Steve-O because obviously we know when he was doing the other movies, he was always high on cocaine.
Yeah, yeah.
But now it's so nice to see him in this better place and actually going into these stunts with a much more level head. It was really good. I think the one that got me with Steve-O was when they hung the queen bee off his cock, and the rest of the bees swarmed off him. That made me feel a bit sick.
See what I love.
I think right with me.
Some of my favorite parts of Jackass, obviously, they have the big like planned out runs, but I just have the little clips in between. Do you know, like where like
the pranks between setups?
Like Steve-O's coming out the toilet and they like launch a ball at his head.
I remember you just I think that was the first time you just lost it. And
I just think it's so funny that these guys are like, right, we're not filming.
Hit him with a football.
I can chill out, go for a shit, and you come out and you just get twatted by like a netball or whatever it was.
Or the toilet gets blown up.
Yeah,
which also happened. And that's why Jackass works. It's because it's not just a series of elaborate stunts. It's the pranks between the setups, the interactions between the cast, that make it what it is. And I had to go back when I got back home after watching Jackass 4. I had to go back and watch like 2 more of the movies that night because I just needed more.
Yeah, I feel like you can never watch just one canoe because like you have to watch them all.
Because when anytime any of them end, because it's sort of, it's never ramping up to a sort of ending. Jackass just sort of ends.
Yeah.
And every time I'm disappointed. I'm like, no, give me just a couple more. Just a couple more.
I mean, just being in the cinema, like usually when you go to a cinema, you have laughs, you sometimes have gasps. To go to a cinema and have like loads of people literally like, oh,
yeah,
it's
fun because you wouldn't act. I wouldn't like that with anything else.
No, apart from that one dickhead behind us.
Yeah,
we didn't shut up all the way through. If you're listening to this,
yeah, if you watched Jackass, the opening Sunday in Cardiff.
Yeah, in Cardiff.
And you were talking
and you and your girlfriend laughed at the MTV logo coming up.
And you talked all the way through Jackass.
You'll never go to a cinema again.
Have some etiquette. All right? Have some courtesy about you.
Like, I get it. It's mad.
Right. You're excited.
Wild. They're wild. They're crazy, man. You haven't got to say it every 20 seconds.
But if 99% of us in that room can shut up and watch the movie and react to it like a normal fucking human being, then why can't you, sir? Why can't you? I was going to turn around and tell him, but there was people talking further back as well. I was like, God, if I tell him, I'm going to have to go and tell him.
You should just stop and go, shut up!
All of you!
That should be more acceptable to cinema. Just to stand up and just be like, shut up! And just sit there. I had people come out like, some guy just shouted, shut up in there.
Yeah, like, good.
Were there people talking? Yeah, they go there.
Oh, but I wouldn't. I tolerated it because that's the sort of environment that Jackass, sort of
it's
provokes.
Not a film that has like a story or
you're not trying to listen to the dialogue. You're all there to just watch these people beat the shit out of each other and hurt themselves really badly and face up against wild fucking bulls for your enjoyment. And I think that's all part of it, the reaction. But yeah, don't talk. don't just have conversations with yourself. It's very rude. Right, I'm glad we got that out of the way. It's been pent up inside me.
Whenever anyone asks me, "Oh, how was Jackass?" It was great, except
that one guy. That's exactly how mine have gone as well. Yeah. You got anything else to say about Jackass, Rhys?
Just great. I love the new people. I think they brought in a really good group of new people. I really like my 2 favorite ones were
Poopies.
Zach and Poop. It's Poopies, isn't it? Or is it
Poopies?
Poop. I was calling him Poopsy, but Poopies. Just those two together, Poopies. They're really fun. I hope when we do see more of Rachel Wolfson, and Eric Manaka, was that his name?
That is right. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well done. Yeah. I didn't remember any of their names except Poopies.
And more of whatever his name was, that guy's dad who turned up.
Dark Shark. I
love Dark Shark. The man was like, he's like talking about how he's a hardened criminal and he's just scared of everything.
I no, yeah, but I don't blame him. This, you could be a criminal, but having a tarantula crawl at your face.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. When are you gonna deal with that?
When he was out in the death grip and they were like, let me go.
I wouldn't let them go. Oh my God. That for me was the worst stunt. Anything with spiders makes me feel sick.
Oh, I'd rather have the spider than the bees.
No.
Or anything to do with my genitals. If they were ever like, do you want to come on Jackass? I'd be like, yeah, but
don't put anything near my dick.
Like, no pogo sticks, no hockey pucks.
I think my rule would be absolutely nothing with animals, but of course you could never tell them that because you say nothing with animals, and then everything would be with animals.
They chain you to a chair and let a bear come in.
Forgot about that one. Crazy. Oh, that, yeah. When it tried to bite his hand.
Is my favorite because he's clearly had enough.
Yeah.
He gets so mad about everything. Like when they lock him in the room and turn lights off.
Oh.
He's just fuming. And then he gets out and they launch a ball at his face. And he just starts laughing. And I'm just like,
how do you keep it together on this show, on this movie? I went back, and one of the movies I watched after this was Jackass 2, which is I think it's got my favorite all time Jackass stunt is when they're on the sort of merry-go-round seesaw.
With the bull, yeah, and they go
with
like
the bull,
yeah.
And Johnny Knoxville stays until the bitter end and takes a beating. This bull is like ramming him up against this seesaw, and it's terrifying.
One of the ones that always makes me laugh. I think it's in the first movie. It's when Ryan Dunn puts a car in a condom, puts up his ass, and he goes to the doctor. And the doctor's like, "You don't tell anyone about this. You've already told this person. That's too many people. You go. You just don't tell anyone." He's not trying to help him. He's like, "Just leave and don't tell anyone."
Oh, brilliant! Right, out of 5, Rhys. We're giving Jackass Forever.
I feel like I'm gonna give it 5 stars.
All right,
because you can't fault it.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
Like,
I know what you mean.
Can't really fault the Jackass movie. So
it's doing exactly what it's supposed to do.
Yeah, it's like a 5-star, but not as heavy as a 5-star as what we give like Spider-Man. You know what I mean? It's not quite.
Doesn't have to be. They're
on different levels. You know what I mean? But yeah. I think it's, as far as Jackass movies go, it's a 5-star. You can't fault them.
I only had it down as a 4-star, but I mean, the sentiments are shared. I think this did everything it has to do. Obviously, the reaction. I can't imagine sitting watching Jackass and having the audience be quiet.
Yeah,
I think that reaction that it provokes out of people is so telling of how good it is. Because it's a documentary about people hurting themselves and making us laugh, and it does exactly that. But yeah, that being said, I've got it down as a 4. So we got a 4-star and a 5-star for Jackass Forever. So we definitely recommend it more so than Moonfall.
Yeah.
I think, after Scream, this is my second favorite movie of the year so far. So not a bad start. We're only in February. Got 2 really good ones. Right, guys, that's it for our review of Jackass Forever. Please let us know what you thought of the film down below in the comments if you're watching on YouTube, or you can tweet us on Twitter at Keeping It Real UK. Make sure to like or rate, subscribe or follow on whichever streaming platform you find yourselves on today. It would really help us out. Hopefully we'll be back next week. 2022 is sort of in full swing with the new releases now. So we've got Uncharted and Death of the Nile both coming out. Are you interested in either of those, Rhys?
Tell you what, I'm really excited with Death of the Nile. I really liked Murder on the Orient Express.
I thought it was boring as shit, but I'm more interested in this one.
I remember though watching Poirot films like at my nan's house when I was younger because she'd just have them on. So I just think I like Poirot. So I think it's just fair. And yeah, Uncharted. Never played the games, but
I'm weirdly excited for Uncharted.
Film looks cool.
When it first got announced, I was like, Tom Holland Uncharted. I'm not so sure, but I think after how good he was in No Way Home,
yeah.
Now I'm like, okay, let's see what you can do with this other character then. So I'll probably see that on Friday as soon as it comes out. Right, until then, guys, keep it real.